Welcome inside McAllister Gymnasium in Montreat, North Carolina for another edition of Bluefield College Rams basketball. The Rams take on the Montreat Cavaliers here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Well, everybody, Bailey Engel hitting the road for you here as the Rams look to avenge a loss just a couple of days ago against Point University, a 44-41 loss to the Skyhawks at home after winning 3 games in a row. The Rams still playing great defense in the losing effort, but still trying to win against a team today that is struggling. Montreat, losers of 5 of their last 6, coming into this game at 5-15 and 4-11 in the AAC. The Rams at 10-8 and 7-6 in the AAC, sitting at 6th in the conference. Montreat near the bottom of the conference. The players to watch out for the Cavaliers, you got Jayla Daniels, the junior wing coming out of Charlotte, North Carolina, just averaging 9.7 points per game. And also have to watch out for the guard, Ariana Williams, the 5'9 junior, also scoring right around 9 points per game. But Bluefield, if you look at them statistically, Danae Cox and Hannah Preservati, both working well as the guards for Bluefield. Danae Cox, 15 points per game. Hannah Preservati with 10 points per game, as well as 12 points per game in AAC contests, but still a very good performance from Autumn Hash, the power forward for Bluefield. She started the game the other day against Point and racked up 12 points for the Rams in a 3-point loss against the Skyhawks. And we talk about it with Corey Mullins. He really liked the team's defensive intensity, but really couldn't get anything offensive going. And now he sends out Preservati, Bell Lanier, Autumn Hash, Danae Cox, as well as the sophomore from Independence, Virginia, Emily Hart. For the tip-off, it will be Jayla Daniels and Bell Lanier. Rams going left to right as Bell Lanier swats the ball into the hands of Preservati. And we are underway in Montreat. Well, Preservati wearing that red jersey with the blue numbers, kicks it left side over Danae Cox, returns top of the key, Preservati. Rams just working around the arc. They only shot 18% from beyond the perimeter. Here's Emily Hart with a 3. Front rim, no good. And a rebound for Katie Dillon. Going the other way, running the point, it's Ariana Williams. Williams at 9 points per game, dishes in the low block for Jayla Daniels. Steps in the painted area, her layup no good. Tipped around, loose ball, hauled in by Williams, and a foul as Hannah Preservati clunked into her right in front of that Montreat College logo. Well, this is one of the more intimate basketball venues that the Rams are going to play on as Preservati racks up her first foul. Or rather, it will be called on Emily Hart. So Hart's first foul and a team's first foul as the guard now, Sierra Brown, takes it. Cuts in on the right side, chucks up a layup, rolls around, no good. Rebound snatched down by Autumn Hash. Outlets Preservati, cutting on the left side. Swings over to Danae Cox, angles down the painted area, loses the ball, wrestling for it under the basket, and kicked up top on a turnover to Sierra Brown. Well, Montreat going right to left in this one, wearing gold jerseys with navy blue letters. Spinning in the lane. Here's Sierra Brown. Ugly layup tipped into the hands of Hannah Preservati. Still scoreless with a minute elapsed here as Preservati swings out to Cox. Chucks a 3. Too hard, no good, and a rebound onto the basket for Ariana Williams. Well, Williams, the point guard, leading this team in assists with 88 on the season. On the lob down on the low block by Katie Dillon. Nowhere to be found. Looked like she was looking for Jayla Daniels, and Daniels was just not there to get the ball. So still 8:34 remaining in the first quarter, and no score here in Montreat. Looks like we got about 20 fans coming into the game. The men's game right around at 7:30 as the Rams look to make it 2 in a row this year. Hannah Preservati dishes over to Emily Hart. Goes in the lane. Layup banked off the glass for the first basket of the game. Rams up 2-0 with 8:13 remaining in the first period. Emily Hart, one of the heartless, or one of the players that's full of heart for Bluefield, I should say. Really plays with a lot of tenacity, the sophomore, as Preservati provides the defense around the perimeter. Back up top, there's Ariana Williams. Pump fake, zigzagging her way onto the left wing, picks up her dribble, kicks over to Dillon. Dillon shoots from about 17 feet. The long two, no good, tipped around and pinballed into the hands on a defensive rebound for Bell Lanier. Outlets up to Danae Cox, swings out wide to Emily Hart on the right wing. Dishes top of the key to Preservati, the West Virginia native. Well, about 10 minutes or 10 seconds elapsed on the shot clock as Bell Lanier corrals the ball, swings out to Emily Hart. Open lane, down the paint, and another basket falls from 5 feet for the sophomore to make it 4-0. Still no points as of yet for Montreat. And the Cavaliers have gone nearly 3 minutes without getting a basket in. Driving in the lane, here's Sienna Hicks. Her layup no good, still corralled it though. Swings out to Daniels, arcs a three, misses from the left wing. Offensive board, Williams goes up on the board, still no good. And the putback does not fall after Danae Cox got a hand on it. Here's Cox, bounce on the right side. Bell-Lanier picks up a foul, courtesy of Katie Dillon. Or rather, they're going to call that a walk on Bell-Lanier as she walked in the right block. Looked like Dillon actually got a hand on it, but still instead a walk. So 6:56 remaining first quarter. The ball now taken down by Ariana Williams. Montreat coached by Tim Lewis in his third season here on the campus of Montreat College. The Rams still setting up in its zone defense. Bell-Lanier all on top of Dillon. 15 to shoot. Her bounce pass, Jayla Daniels trying to split the double team. Hook shot, no good. Rebound on the right side by Autumn Hash. Still 4-0 Rams going the other way. Danae Cox a hard pass down to Emily Hart in the corner. Preservati arcs a tray from the corner and misses. Rebound for Ariana Williams. Montreat still not finding those open shots. Not a lot of athleticism as Dillon steps into a 17-footer and swishes straight away. First basket for Montreat. It's 4-2. 6:07 remaining in the first quarter as Preservati will jog the ball up. There's Bell-Lanier in the right wing. Rams just shot 30% in the loss to point. Now working the ball around the perimeter, looking for someone open. Emily Hart finds Autumn Hash, puts it on the deck, swings out left corner. Bell-Lanier shoots a three, no good, as it rolls out of the rim and a rebound under the basket for Jayla Daniels. Now Montreat in transition. Dillon feeds up top to Ariana Williams, still 4-2. Rams up by 2 as a foul is called under the basket, not on the shooting efforts of Ariana Williams. And that'll be on Kira Bell-Lanier, her first personal second team. Now checking in Nini Perez, the senior from Asheville, North Carolina. Lob up top and a shot, good. Right off of the bench, Jasmine Dixon in for the first time, and now ties the game up at 4-4. 5:30 remaining in the first quarter. There's now Hannah Preservati and her team in a bit of a drought. Haven't gotten a good shot here in the past couple of minutes. Both baskets scored by Emily Hart. Going right to left, Bluefield, as Emily Hart has it at the top of the key. Pops from the elbow. Her shot no good, tipped in the air, and hauled in a rebound with Dixon. Outlet up on the other side. Here comes Sierra Brown. Her pass stolen away by Emily Hart right in front of me here in the right corner. Now going coast to coast, Emily Hart will slow down right in front of the Montreat bench and hand it off over to Hannah Preservati. Still 4-4, 4:50 remaining first quarter. Preservati cuts inside the lane, passes right corner. Shot for Danae Cox. Her triple no good, but an offensive board hauled in by Autumn Hash. Underhands a pass, Danae Cox dribbling in the lane. Swings out Preservati, top of the key. Hart for three. Front rim miss, and a rebound for Ariana Williams. Well, this has not been a great game offensively as Williams able to go into the lane and draws a foul on Emily Hart, her second. So that'll be a shooting foul. Here's Williams. Williams from the free throw line, one of the better shooters for Montreat at 63%. This will be her 97th free throw on the year. She is 61 of 96. Still 4-4, 4:26 remaining. And Williams gives Montreat the lead at 5-4 with the first free throw. Bounce pass into Ariana Williams. Steps up to the charity stripe, a couple of dribbles. Adrian Goodlett in for the first time, as well as Haley Turman. Both free throws are good for Williams, and it is now 6-4. Preservati trying to tie this game up. Finds an open Crockett, just working the ball around the arc once again. Goodlett in the right corner, puts it on the deck. Swings out right wing to Crockett. Feeds top of the key to Cox. And a dish pass over to Hannah Preservati in the left corner. Now 10 to shoot. Cox at the top of the key. Finds Preservati. Left wing three. Once again a miss and a rebound for Nini Perez. Bluefield has not hit a shot that was not from Emily Hart in this game. 2 layups from the sophomore. 3 on the side for Montreat, no good. Courtesy Hannah Calloway, but the putback trying to fall, not good as well from Jasmine Dixon. So still 6-4 as Bluefield goes left to right. Hannah Preservati just slowing it down now and feeds Danae Cox on the right side. Rams still struggling from beyond the arc as Crockett cuts in the lane. Swings out Preservati, passes left Danae Cox. Pump fake, pops from 5. Another miss and a rebound for Jasmine Dixon. 6-4 the game now as Hannah Calloway starts to move into the left corner. Feeds down low to Jasmine Dixon. A pump fake, carries the ball in the lane. No doubt about it, that's a walk. Haley Turman provided a great defense, but a timeout for Corey Mullins. That'll stop the clock at 3:16 here in the first quarter. Montreat up in a defensive battle at 6-4. Ready to go again. Adrian Goodlett with the inbounds pass here in here in Montreat, I should say. Rams down by 2. It is 6-4. Here's Goodlett, hands off Danae Cox. Rams have not made a shot that was not from Emily Hart, who is not on the floor right now. Preservati works off a screen, feeds inside to Haley Turman, picks up her fumbled pass and kicks it back out on the left wing for Danae Cox. Steps back and feeds back to Turman, pops from 10, misses the shot, and another rebound going for Jayla Daniels. Daniels entering the game once again. Her team up 6-4 over the Rams as Montreat goes right to left. Corralling the ball now, Sienna Hicks in the left wing. Bluefield with great man-to-man defense on the outside. A bounce down low. Hook shot for Dixon. Good. Right over the head of Adrian Goodlett. That makes it 8-4. Well, the Rams have not shot well at all in this one, folks. Still looking for that signature shot. Danae Cox has not made one yet as Jasmine Dixon got tied up with Adrian Goodlett near the top of the key. And Goodlett, wearing those red sleeves, almost let that pass get away from her, but instead Jasmine Dixon picks up the first foul for Montreat College. It is 8-4. Bounce pass into Hannah Preservati. Rams down by 4, looking for their first big field goal as Deanna Crockett cuts in the lane, swings out right side. Goodlett for 3, nothing but net for the senior. That'll cut the lead down to 1 point. Rams down 8-7. Now Nini Perez will take the ball up for Montreat College. This Montreat team still 5-15. They lost 5 in a row before that win against Truett McConnell. Two of the bottom dwellers of the AAC, but the Rams in jeopardy here if they can't get anything offensive going. Good spin in the lane and a basket falls off the window for Sienna Hicks. Makes it 10-7 now. Rams trail by 3. Hannah Preservati, another player who has cooled off in the past couple of weeks, looking for a signature shot in this game as well. Danae Cox steps out the side of the perimeter, passes left, and it tips off the hands of Nini Perez. That buzzer will bring Emily Hart back into the game. Hart checks in for Hannah Preservati, so the sophomore will relieve the senior. Crockett slaps the ball and inbounds to Emily Hart. 15 on the shot clock. Hart starts to dribble left and passes left over to Crockett. Returns to Hart, cuts down the right side of the lane. On the baseline, feeds back top of the key. Crockett for the long shot, misses from the top of the key as Adrian Goodlett came in for the rebound and was bumped into by Jasmine Dixon. So that'll be Dixon's second foul, but a great job by Adrian Goodlett, who's hit the only 3 of the game for Bluefield. There's Emily Hart on the inbounds, feeds on the left wing for Goodlett. At the top of the end of the Montreat bench, she'll feed Emily Hart. Bluefield still working around the perimeter, has not gotten a great shot or a great look in this one. Danae Cox from the top of the key, spins at the elbow. Ball is on the floor, tied up again with Nini Perez, and the guard for Montreat will pick up a foul as Danae Cox went down hard on the hard court. That'll be the third team foul for Montreat. Both teams with 3 fouls. 57.6 seconds remaining in the first quarter. As Emily Hart steps in near the top of the key and passes right over to Danae Cox. Rams still working the ball around the arc for a team that's only hit 1 3 in this one. From the top of the arc, Emily Hart passes right over to Danae Cox. Cox works off a Goodlet screen in the left side, dishes out cross court to Crockett, enters the painted area, layup no good, rebound Goodlet, kicks back out, tipped in the air, goes out of bounds, and Bluefield will keep it with a fresh shot clock. But still Montreat's defense very, very tough in this one. And now the Rams with 32.5 seconds left in the first quarter, still trail by 3. It is 10-7. Oh, Crockett from the left side. Inbound right in front of the Montreat bench. Swings out top of the key to Emily Hart. And now with the shot clock about a second differential, the Rams will still try to milk this one down to their final shot. Crockett from the top of the arc picks up her dribble and swings out left side. Danae Cox returns top of the key. Crockett pops from the elbow. Air ball as it looked like Montreat actually bumped into Crockett with no foul. And now the shot clock will be off with 14 seconds. Here comes Nini Perez. Enters the front court. 8 seconds now. Perez looking for someone to pass it to. Instead cuts inside. Layup tipped in the air. And Crockett, or rather that's Danae Cox that forces a tie-up. 3.1 seconds. Montreat will keep the ball off the tie-up. It'll be a pass inbounds for Ariana Williams. Bluefield providing the man-to-man defense. Williams to pass the ball in. Chucks it into the backcourt for Nini Perez. Launches from the half court, misses, and that will be it for the first quarter. 10-7, Montreat only holding Bluefield to 7 points here in this one as we go to the second quarter at McAllister Gymnasium. Ready to go with the second quarter. Rams trail 10-7 as they go left to right. Hannah Preservati still running the point for Bluefield. Bluefield's only points have been scored by Emily Hart as well as a 3 from Adrian Goodland. Now Kendall Cloninger in for the first time. Preservati picks up her dribble, feeds top of the key to Bell Lanier. Going down the lane, spins towards the basket, layup no good. Got her own rebound though as the ball actually tipped out by Ariana Williams and corralled by Nini Perez. Bluefield's offensive production has been ugly in this one. Here's Jayla Daniels right in front of the Bluefield bench. Shoots from 3, misses as the ball is tipped and still loose right here in front of me as Kiera Bellanier just tips the ball out of bounds. Well, Bellanier looking for that loose ball. It was Sienna Hicks that almost got the offensive board for Montreat. And now they will have an inbounds from the left corner as the Bluefield forward could not keep the ball alive. And Perez speeds out, looking to Ariana Williams. And Williams has already showed that she can have some offense production in this game. Williams in the left side, feeds out on the Camilla Drake, who enters the game for the first time. Well, Williams and Montreat really looking for open looks. Feed down to Jayla Daniels, and her layup falls through on the right block. What a good job for Williams on a dish to the forward. Jayla Daniels, really the player that Bluefield has to watch out for. Now it is 12-7. Rams trail by 5. In the right corner, Cloninger looking for someone to pass it to, and now picks up a foul down low. It's going to be on Montreat. Nini Perez gets her first. 8:47 remaining. Ahead of Preservati to inbound for Bluefield. On the right side. Preservati swings into Cloninger, almost a step back three, but instead dishes right over to Preservati. Going down the baseline, feeds top of the key up to Emily Hart. Starts to retreat. Bluefield looking for an open shot, and that's really been the test of this game. They have not fallen for the Rams. Preservati now walked at the elbow. She entered the perimeter, and now she knew it. Another turnover for the Rams. So even though Bluefield got a blessing of that foul called on Nini Perez, the Rams couldn't do anything with it offensively. 8:30 remaining in the half. It is now 12-7. As Montreat operates with confidence behind Ariana Williams as well as Jayla Daniels. This team just at 5-15 as Williams angles down the right side. Her layup contested but falls off of the window to make it 14-7. Doubling the Rams score here. Bluefield still looking for their first basket in the second quarter with nearly 2 minutes gone already. Preservati cuts right, feeds Cloninger, launches a three, back iron no good, and a rebound snared by Ariana Williams. Outlets up to Jayla Daniels, bobbles the pass, and now clunks her way nearly out of bounds in front of the Bluefield bench. Her bounce pass corralled by Sienna Hicks. Rams trail by 7, 7:50 remaining in the second quarter. Hicks from the top of the key starts to cut right, feeds on the right side. Three ball, good. Timeout called after the three is made by Sierra Brown. It is now 17-7. Corey Mullins needs to talk with his team. 7:41 remaining in the half. Bluefield looking to reset here. Starting back again in the second quarter, 7:41 remaining in the half. Bluefield down by 10, 17-7 after the three ball was sank by Sierra Brown for Montreat. The Rams not playing well on the road in this one as Preservati corrals the ball on the right wing and kicks it back top of the key to Emily Hart. Steps inside the paint, feeds over to Belle Lanier. Her layup no good, but before that she walked, so that's the second time Belle Lanier has traveled in this game. Did it once in the first quarter. And the Rams look like they're going to go with a full court press here as Emily Hart, Hannah Preservati, as well as Danae Cox step into the front court, or the back court, I should say. A pass left over to Sierra Brown as Montreat works fast in transition. Ariana Williams swings out to Dillon. Her three ball off the backboard, no good, but a rebound goes for Dillon. But before that, they say there's an offensive foul on Jayla Daniels. So Daniels, even though she made the basket on the offensive board, she shoved Cara Bellanier, and Bluefield gets a break. 17-7 still the score. 7:10 remaining in the first half as Hannah Preservati still looking for her first basket. Kicks it left side to Emily Hart. Thought about a three, but instead passed up top to Danae Cox. Autumn Hash with it. Step back two. Yes. Now the senior from Southwest Virginia makes it a single-digit lead for Montreat as she hit that ball from the left elbow. 17-9 now as Emily Hart kicks up the midcourt pressure on Sienna Hicks. A walk in the backcourt for Sierra Brown as Carabelle Lanier, the tall player for Bluefield, had a mismatch on the guard for Montreat. Big turnover right there as the Rams will get it back 17-9. Still looking for double-digit scoring with 6:40 remaining in the first half. Preservati with a shimmy shake move, passes right wing to Emily Hart, spins in the lane, pops from 10, nowhere to be found on the basket as a rebound falls for Jayla Daniels. Long outlet up the other side to Hicks, spin in the lane, Autumn Hash got back on defense and forced Sienna Hicks to go back out onto the corner. Still holding the ball now from the top of the key, has no one to pass it to as Bluefield's defense is really airtight. 10 to shoot now with the ball at the top of the key. Jayla Daniels off a tip. Pump fake, shoots and scores. 19-9, the lead back to 10 for Montreat as the clock hits 6 minutes in the second quarter. The West Virginia native taking the ball up, swings it over on the left side for Carabelle Lanier, shoots from 17 and misses. Boy, those shots still not falling for the Rams as a rebound is corralled by the guard for Montreat, Williams. Williams crosses that Montreat logo near midcourt. The Rams shooting well under 25% now as Williams passes tip, but still corralled by Brown. And the left wing feeds Jayla Daniels, who fights her way for another layup on the right block. Largest lead of the game for Montreat, 21-9. And this is really reminiscent of the last game where Bluefield was down by 13, but a timeout called by Corey Mullins. The officials did not know to call timeout. Mullins had to get out onto the floor near midcourt, and that'll stop the clock at 5:26. Rams struggling, 21-9. (21-9). Rams trail by 12 in this one. Still looking to go into double digits. It's been a tough one for Bluefield against one of the more untalented teams in the AAC. In the right wing, Emily Hart has it. She has 4 points for Bluefield. Feeds up top to Autumn Hash and passes left to Belle Lanier. Just angling the ball around on the left side as Preservati corrals it, swings out right side. Autumn Hash misses the three. Rebound Danae Cox and puts it back on the deck. Kicks out Preservati, arcs a tray and nails it. Three-pointer for Hannah Preservati. And a whistle ensued before that. So we're trying to see what it was. The three-pointer is good. So it is 21-12. And then a foul called after, very rare, just seconds after on the basket on Montreat. So now Corey Mullins is still talking with the official, and it will be a foul on Jayla Daniels under the basket. So it was right after the shot. Daniels must have shoved Belle Lanier. So not only did Bluefield get the three, but they have the possession as well on the right side of the basket. Very odd happenings there as Hannah Preservati will pass inbounds. Kicks it up. Top in the air to Danae Cox on the right wing. Angles in, swings back out, Preservati right corner. Bounce down low, Danae Cox launches a shot, no good. Tipped out of bounds, who's it off of, and it will stay with Bluefield after Belle Lanier must have swatted it right off of Sierra Brown on the basket. 4:54 remaining in the half. Rams trailing by 9 in this one. And Preservati smiling as she launches the ball in the air. Carabelle Lanier passes top to Preservati, who starts to back pedal near the Montreat logo. Finds an open Cox, launches a three and nails it. As a timeout is called by Montreat. 21-15. Bluefield on a run here, lead down to 6 with 4:45 remaining in the first half. Well, after trailing by 12, the Rams have now cut it down to 21-15, just down by 6 against Montreat here at McAllister Gymnasium. Still in the first half, second quarter, 4:39 remaining as Brown takes the ball into the left wing for Montreat. Cavaliers going right to left, wearing those gold jerseys. Speed down low to Jayla Daniels, and the forward makes Bluefield pay with another pick and roll to their advantage. 23-15 lead back to 8 for the Cavaliers. The Rams have just found that Jayla Daniels has been open in the low block. Bellanier needs more defense in the low post as Autumn Hash zips it right side. Bellanier returns top of the key to Autumn Hash. 14 to shoot as Danae Cox angles her way in the paint. Swings out left, Crockett. Pump fake, shoots from 5. Off the glass, no good. And a rebound slammed in by Jayla Daniels. Outlet pass up to Sierra Brown, the guard for Montreat. Steps back on the left wing on the near sideline. Great defense by Preservati. Kick down low to Jayla Daniels. Bounces back to Brown. Here's a shot from Dillon. Nothing but net as the forward has now been money from either side of the hoop. It is 25-15, a 10-point lead once again for Montreat. 3:36 remaining in the first half. Here's Hannah Preservati taking the ball up once again. The guard has not hands it over to Danae Cox. She's hit 1-3 in this one. A chest pass over to Preservati. Back up top to Cox. Finds Crockett in the corner. Her 3. Air ball tipped onto the basket. Rebound Bellanier off the glass, and the putback falls. So best case scenario off of the air ball, and now it is 25-17. A 3 on the other end. No good from Nini Perez, and Bluefield has it again. 25-17. Crockett in the lane, lost the ball, but tied up under the basket by Ariana Williams, prompting a foul call. So that is Montreat's 4th foul. Bluefield, interestingly enough, with no fouls in the second quarter. So they're letting them play just like in that game against Point when there were under 15 fouls called in the entire game. Pass into Adrian Gutlin, who enters the game, the senior. Already has a 3 in this one. Up top to Preservati. Dribbles on the right side, underhands Gutlin. Now moving around the ball, parallel to the basket. Danae Cox swings back out to Gutlin. Bounce pass up top to Hannah Preservati. Starts a back pedal near the Montreat logo. 10 to shoot for Bluefield. Preservati zigzags right, passes right over to Crockett. Feeds Preservati. Her 3. Nothing but net. Rams are now within 5, 25-20, and the pass almost stolen away, intended for Katie Dillon. Preservati punched the ball out of bounds on the near sideline. This place a lot like the Dome, where just one side of the gym actually has bleachers. A lot smaller than the Dome, just one tier of bleachers. Rams down by 5, 2:18 remaining. Hicks, top of the key for Montreat College. Preservati all on her on defense. Ball almost goes in the backcourt. Crowd by Dillon. Ariana Williams, a hard bounce, passes up top to Dillon. Her 3 rattles home. Dillon makes it 28-20, and it seems like every time Bluefield gets close, there's just an answer for Dillon. Well, it's 1:53 left to go in the first half as Preservati jogs right in front of the Montreat bench. Cross-court lob, Crockett. Feed on the right corner for Adrian Gullett. Her bounce pass kicked out of bounds off of Dillon. And with 15 on the shot clock, Bluefield will inbounds. Checking in, Hannah Calloway for Montreat as the Rams trail by 8 now. It is 28-20 off of the 3 from Dillon. Preservati to inbound for Bluefield. Danae Cox veers out left and catches the ball on the wing. Matched up with Sienna Hicks. Dribbles on the right side, feeds Hash. Her shot good from the elbow. 28-22, Rams within 6 now as Autumn Hash has hit a couple of baskets there from her sweet spot on the left elbow. Well, the senior can do it all. Hits the 3s as well as works well in the low post. Hicks on the top of the key. Pump fake goes in the paint. Euro step and fouled before that on the floor. That'll be on Danae Cox. It's her first personal and the first foul of the second quarter. That'll stop the clock at 1:21 in the second quarter. Rams trail by just 6 now after being down by 12. Williams chucks it up top of the key. It's caught by Drake. Her dribble inside, swings out to Dillon. Her 3 from the left wing, rattles around, no good. Hicks on the putback though, it falls. 30-22, an 8-point deficit Rams looking for a way to come back. 1:05 remaining in the first half as Hannah Preservati zigzags her way in the lane, passes right side. Danae Cox now with it, Euro step, scoops with the right hand and does not score on the layup, bouncing into the hands of Hannah Calloway. Well, the guard going the other way, shuffles right in front of the Bluefield bench. Her pass to Drake, Euro step, blocked on her way to the basket, but a foul called on Autumn Hash. Well, Hash smiling as she probably knew she got a little too much of Camilla Drake on that one. That'll stop the clock at 47.8 seconds. Camilla Drake going to the line for the first time in this game. Well, Drake with a couple of bounces. Her team up by 8. Follows through with the right hand and swishes. 31-22, Rams now trailing by 9. Emily Hart back into the game as Crockett goes on to the sideline. Well, the men's basketball team of the game right after this camped out and watching this game. Likely to warm up at halftime. Well, Drake threads the ball through, shoots, and misses the second shot. So a 9-point deficit, about a 15-second differential between game clock and shot clock. Game clock at 40 seconds. Belle Lanier swings out top of the key. Goodlet. Chest pass in the left wing. Emily Hart and puts it on the deck. Passes top of the key. Cox shoots from 3. Misses from long range. Rebound under the basket for Ariana Williams. Now going the other way. Just about 0.5 second differential between game clock and shot clock. Williams camping out near that Montreat College logo at midcourt. On the left side, Janae Cox working left off the screen. Williams with a Euro step and hacked hard as she went up for a layup on the right side. And now it'll be a fresh shot clock and 2 shots for Ariana Williams. Second personal for Carabelle Williams, or Carabelle Lanier, I should say. Now the Rams still trail by 9 now. It's 31-22. Shot for Williams rattles through the 10. To make it a 10-point lead for Montreat once again. Rams had cut it down to 5 points, but Montreat rallied and found the shots from Katie Dillon. Bluefield with all the rebounders now with 11.6 seconds. Williams hits both free throws, and now it is 33-22. Preservati working fast, 8 seconds on the game clock. Swings out to Belle Lanier on the left wing, bounces into the lane and draws a charge after it looked like Dillon went down to the floor in a flop. 5.7 seconds remaining in the first half. And Belle Lanier stays on the floor. Her second personal now, or rather her third and a team fourth. Now 5.7 seconds remaining. Belle Lanier in foul trouble, that's not good, with a whole half to play. And the Rams trailing by 11. The largest lead was 12. Flare into Williams from midcourt, dribbles into the right wing, Euro step, shot at the buzzer, bricks and misses. And now a rebound for Adrian Goodlet. That'll be it for the first half. Ugly one for the Rams. Trail by 11, 33-22 as we're at halftime here at McAllister Gymnasium. Well, at half, the Rams trail 33-22, an 11-point lead for Montreat College, a team that's just coming into this game 5-15 and have lost 5 of their last 6. And the Rams are ice cold from the field, 9 of 31 for the Rams, just shooting 29%, and from 3, the Rams just shooting 4 of 14. Leading the way for Bluefield, though, Hannah Preservati with 9 points. She's 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. And that's the only shot she's been able to hit is actually 3-pointers, the only shot she's actually taken in this game. While the Rams also losing in the rebounding end. This is probably the biggest factor. The Rams 23 rebounds led up to Montreat College, to only 12 rebounds for Bluefield. And also for Montreat shooting way better, 48%. They have only hit 2 threes in this one after 6 attempted, but the Rams still 4 of 14 from beyond the arc. Leading the way for Montreat, Katie Dillon with 7 points, right behind Jayla Daniels with 8. 2 of the bigger forwards. Dillon more of a perimeter scorer for Montreat College, but Jayla Daniels in the low post has been able to dominate against Bell Lanier as well as Autumn Hash. Got to remember, though, the Rams made it a ball game in the last game when they were down 13 at halftime. Now down by 11 as the men's teams are both warming up here. We're going to have that game for you on an audio-only broadcast as well. But right now, halftime at the women's game. 5.5 minutes left in this intermission. We'll be right back with the second half as Bluefield trails 33-22. Almost ready to rock once again here in Montreat. The Rams trail by 11. It's 33-22 as we're about to start the third quarter. Bluefield only shooting 29% from the field and are 4 of 14 from beyond the arc. The Rams looking for some of their primary scorers to really step up in this one. Hannah Preservati almost in double figures with 9 points off of 3 3-pointers as well as 1 assist. Cara Bellinier, though, with 5 turnovers. She's one of the players that needs to step it up in the low post for Bluefield. Not only with offense, but on the defense of Jayla Daniels with 8 points for Montreat. Only scores around 9 points per game, mind you. So Montreat still looking to keep that going as the Rams are trying to keep up the defensive intensity, down 33-22. Looks like Hannah Preservati as well as Autumn Hash will be joined by Cox, Hart, as well as Adrian Goodlett on the floor. Ariane Williams onto the floor for Montreat, now going left to right. The Rams will go right to left in those red jerseys, and Montreat wearing the gold in this one. Bounce pass into Williams. That's how we start out the third quarter. Williams going into the right block. Bluefield setting up in his zone. Dish down to the right side for Jayla Daniels. Spins in the paint and actually elbowed by Autumn Hash. So now that's an early foul for Bluefield. Autumn Hash, her second, the team's first, with only 11 seconds elapsed in this one. On a pass in for Jayla Daniels, a player with already 8 points. Bluefield not winning the game down low, that's for sure. Now up top, once again, Sierra Brown passes left side over to Hicks. Dishes top of the key to Dillon, who has 7 points off of 2 3-pointers. Almost bobbled the ball. Williams on the left wing with 13 to shoot. Dishes left side to Hicks. Great defense by Preservati. Bounce down low to Jayla Daniels. Pump fake. Underhands it back over to Brown. And a 3-second violation is called as Jayla Daniels never left the paint. Great job by Bluefield isolating the forward, and that's their biggest defensive stance of the game. Still down 33-22, going back the other way. Hannah Preservati jogging over that Cavaliers logo here inside a tiny gym in Montreat, North Carolina. Passes left, hard zip down low to Autumn Hash, but before that, the Bluefield forward clunked into Jayla Daniels, so that's going to be an offensive foul. Already 2 fouls in the second half for Autumn Hash, and we're not even a minute way through here in the third quarter. 9:12 remaining. Now Ariana Williams going on the left side, still looking for some sort of help. Goes in the left and lobs up on the right block, tipped out of bounds by Emily Hart. That pass intended for Katie Dillon. Buzzer and Bellinier will go back into the game, so both of Bluefield's bigs with 3 fouls. Autumn Hash with 3, and Bellinier, the senior out of Verona, Virginia, back into the game. She also has a tray of fouls. Daniels on the left side of the baseline, swings top of the key to Sienna Hicks. Hicks, the guard, really hasn't gotten a great shot today. Williams now at the top of the key, feeds in the left elbow for Daniels, pops from long range and rattles it home. Well, the long 2 drains for the first basket of the second half, makes it 35-22, largest lead for Montreat. Pass on the left side for Bellinier, her long-range field goal no good, and rebounded by Williams on the right block. Goodlett trying to pickpocket her from behind as she goes left to right, but instead a pass out to Hicks. Brown at the top of the key, Montreat leading by 13. Bluefield still not finding those shots that they want. Jayla Daniels with a couple of pump fakes, shoots from the left elbow and misses. Ball bounces on the right side. Offensive board for Dillon. Underhands it over to Brown in the right wing. And now it looks like Montreat will set up with a new offense. 8:08 remaining in the third quarter. Underhands to Williams. Cuts in the left side and misses the layup after it was contested by Janae Cox. Good defense for the redshirt junior for Bluefield. Preservati with an open lane. Swings out left side. Goodlett arcs from the baseline and misses, but an offensive board for Emily Hart. Now with 3 for Hannah Preservati. No good on the left wing. Goodlett, though, wrestling for the offensive board and bounces top of the key. Emily Hart goes down the lane, bounces left side over to Bellinier, and she couldn't keep the ball up. That's now her 6th turnover after the ball stolen away by Jayla Daniels. 7.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Rams still have not scored a basket in this third quarter. Nearly 2.5 minutes gone as Dillon bounces in the left block for Jayla Daniels, moves her way towards the rim and walks as she dragged a foot in the painted area. Whistling now, Haley Turman will come in to replace Bellinier, who has just not picked up anything today for Bluefield. Well, Lanier with just 2 points and 6 turnovers. Make that 8 turnovers total for Bluefield. There's Hannah Preservati looking to get some offensive momentum going. Passes into the right side for Goodlet and zips top of the key. Cox pump fake, dribbles inside the paint, swings out left side. Haley Turman shuffling down the baseline and kicks it back out over to Danae Cox. Going in the paint, dribbles her way out of the elbow and passes top of the key to Preservati. Now 8 to shoot, feed to Hart, zips out right wing. Goodlet for 3. No good, front rim, and a rebound for Blake for Montreat. Decent possession for Bluefield, trying to find the open shot. They just couldn't hit it from the right wing from the senior guard. Feed on the left side over to Brown. Pump fake move goes parallel to the basket at the top of the key, and a hard pass in the corner to Camilla Blake. Feeds Brown, shoots from 3, rattles it home. There's Brown from the right wing, makes it 38-22. 16-point lead for Montreat. And this is a team coming off of an 11-point win against Truett McConnell, but still, the Rams, winners of 3 of their last 4. Euro step, missed layup on the left side for Danae Cox. The rebound snatched out of the air by Sienna Hicks. 6:10 remaining. Here's Hicks going coast to coast, picks up a foul in the lane. And now Bluefield looks like it will be booked on Adrian Goodlet, her first foul, and a team third. In the third quarter, nothing going for Bluefield. 38-22. Rams still looking for their first shot of the half. 4 minutes have gone by. Here's Brown to the top of the key, a chest pass on the right side over to Blake, another whistle, and a push off down low. And that's going to be on Bluefield's Haley Turman. That's Turman's first foul. And the Rams still just don't have any focus on the floor right now, looking to get this game going defensively, and they cannot. Nini Perez to inbound, chest pass on the left corner over to Jasmine Dixon. Toes down the baseline, picks up her dribble, almost walked in the lane. No call as she passes in the right wing to Nini Perez. Top of the key to Brown, steps on the left side, cuts down the left wing and loses the ball. It'll be a turnover, a rare one at that for Montreat. Here comes Bluefield in transition. Hannah Preservati, 5:47 remaining third quarter. Rams trailing by now 16 points. It is 38-22. Emily Hart, chest pass to Preservati, finds Turman, open hook shot from the right side, good. And that's Bluefield's first basket of the third quarter. Makes it 38-24. Ariana Williams really commanding the ball game well for Montreat. Bounce down low over to Jasmine Dixon. Steps back and pops from 5 feet on the left baseline. No good. Wrestling for the ball. Adrian Goodlet tipped into the hands of Emily Hart. And now a player looks to be hurt for Montreat. Looks like it's Ariana Williams on the floor. And that's going to be the third personal on Jasmine Dixon. So to add insult to injury, Williams a bit shaken up on the play as she limps across the timeline. Bluefield to get the ball back with 5:19 remaining. Bounce in to Hannah Preservati with just about 5:20 left to go in the third quarter. Pass over to Kendall Cloninger looking for her first offensive stance. Lobs it way in the air for Hannah Preservati, and it goes off the hands of the Bluefield guard. Not a great pass for Cloninger as Hannah Preservati had to try to find a way to haul that in, and it was tipped out of bounds by her off of great defense by Sierra Brown for Montreat. 5:04 remaining. Going into the left wing, Williams hopes for a screen as she starts to veer left, chucks it back out on the left side. Brown returns over to Williams, whose toe was on the baseline. Another turnover, the Rams forcing as the defensive pressure starts to mount for Bluefield. Still, that'll stop the clock at 4:56. Rams still trailing 38-24. They've only hit one basket, while Montreat has scored 5 points in the third quarter. Preservati feeds Turman, returns top of the key to Goodlet, and a bounce on the right wing to Preservati. Cox for 3 from the top of the key, no good. Rebound jumping into the air by Jasmine Dixon as she outlets it up to Ariana Williams. Bluefield still looking for a signature 3. They've only hit one basket in the third quarter and just 4 threes in the game, 3 of them from Hannah Preservati. One arm pass to Nini Perez, zip down low to Jasmine Dixon. Her hook shot blocked by Haley Turman and picked out of the air by Danae Cox. 4:20 remaining in the third quarter. Bluefield with the blocks in this game as Danae Cox zigzags her way in the lane. Finds Goodland on the left baseline. Pops a shot. No good. Still a rebound for Crockett, though, as Bluefield will reset after the offensive board. Underhands it over to Hannah Preservati, the small point guard for Bluefield. Passes over to Danae Cox as the two. Scoops with the right hand and is fouled on the way to the basket. But now the Rams will still have an inbounds as it will not be a shooting foul. This is the second team foul on Montreat and a second foul of the game on Ariana Williams. Bluefield getting away with a kind of makeshift timeout here. It'll be Danae Cox actually fouled on the shot, so now Bluefield will have 2 free throws from probably their best shooter on the team. Danae Cox so far with no points, and that'll change that. Her first of the game with a free throw. Makes it 38-25, cuts the lead down to 13. A couple of players checking back in. Jayla Daniels, as well as Sienna Hicks. Danae Cox, a couple of bounces at the charity stripe. Bluefield with all their players in the backcourt as she misses the second free throw. Rebound for Nini Perez. Montreat with all the command in this game, going left to right in those gold jerseys. 3:50 left to go in the third quarter as Hicks has the ball with possession on the left wing. Starts to skate near the top of the key. A couple of bounces, still open as she picks up her dribble. Good defense by Goodlet. She passes out to Brown on the right wing. Now 9 to shoot. Brown with a pump fake, toes down the baseline, looking for someone to pass it to. Loose ball on the far end, out of bounds off of Bluefield, but that'll stop the clock at 4 for the shot clock for Montreat. So we're going to have to feed it in and score quickly, or at least get a shot off the rim. It'll also halt the clock at 3:33 in the third quarter. Pass inbounds to Jayla Daniels, zips up top of the key. Perez, step back and fouled on the 3 as the shot was about to go at the buzzer. Bluefield looked like they got a hand on it, but instead it'll be Danae Cox's second foul. And that'll be the team's 5th foul with 3:30 remaining, and that is not a great break for Bluefield. 3:30 remaining in the third quarter. Now Nini Perez will have 3 shots from the charity stripe. Chucks the first one as it rattles away, no good. Well, Bluefield's defense still tough, but Danae Cox visibly upset with that call. Montreat still is up by 13 points, make it 14 with a second free throw to go. Perez with a couple of dribbles, as it is now 39-25. Third shot no good, bouncing right into the hands of Hannah Preservati. 14-point deficit the Rams have to crawl back from. A handoff to Danae Cox as the guard finds Goodlet on the left baseline. Now enters the painted area. Hook shot with a right arm, no good, and fouled right before that. So Bluefield will send a player to the line in this game. Well, Danae Cox hit 1 of 2, and now the Rams looking to pick up some fouls. And we were talking about it with Corey Mullins. This is kind of where he thinks that women's basketball is moving forward. With the rule changes, it's really designated to get a player to the line. So Adrian Goodlet swishes the first free throw. 39-26 now. As Goodlet bends the knees, shoots her second, and rattles it home. 39-27, Rams trail by 12 with 3:15 remaining in the third quarter. You can hear that Bluefield bench chanting defense as Sierra Brown underhands it to Hicks, or rather Perez. Perez with a couple of bounces, feeds over to Brown again on the right wing. Starts to skate left side, feed in the low block for Jayla Daniels. Her ugly layup, no good. Rebound pulled down by Turman. Hannah Preservati moving fast in transition. Steps it up and passes over to Haley Turman. Feed on the right side for Crockett. Step back tray, good for the freshman. Bluefield down by 9 now, 39-30, as Tiana Crockett able to hit it from long range. 2:35 left in the third quarter. Bluefield picking up the energy. Here's Hicks on the right side. Seems like every time Bluefield has had an open shot, Montreat finds theirs on the other end. Hicks towing down the baseline, loose ball. Bluefield going to the floor, and it's going to be a foul called on Haley Turman. Not a great foul for Bluefield, but Corey Mullen still liking the tenacity of his team. Second personal for Haley Turman, and now that'll be 2 shots from the line for Montreat Sienna Hicks. Well, Hicks, the sophomore guard from Greenville, South Carolina, with 4 points in this one, and it's her first trip to the charity stripe. Loops the first one through the basket and gives Montreat their 40th point of the game, and makes it once again a 10-point contest at 40-30. Clock is now stopped at 2:23. Second shot rattled through the 10. 41-30. Montreat leading by 11 as Bell-Lanier checks back in. Adrian Goodland taking off for a breather. Kind of like the defensive effort as Corey Mullins gives her a high five. Bounce in to Hannah Preservati. Bluefield in danger of losing their second straight game after losing a 3-point low-scoring contest to Point. Bell-Lanier storming in the lane. Her layup falls with a foul. So Bell-Lanier able to get her first points of the contest. Makes it 41-32 with a chance at a 3-point play. First and one of the game for Bluefield. Third foul for Dillon as the shot does not fall as it bounces on the right side for Bell-Lanier. Still Bluefield with energy, cut it down to a 9-point game. Have to find the turnovers as Brown halts near the top of the key. Passes left to Hicks. Preservati with a defense. Feed up top to Callaway. Danae Cox on her like glue. A pass on the right wing over to Brown with 13 to shoot. Kicks top of the key. Hard fake for Daniels. 17-footer. Bouncing right into the hands of Danae Cox. Here come the Rams in transition. Right to left. Cox enters the paint. Passes top of the key to Preservati. Launches a three. No good. Rebound wrestled down by Jayla Daniels. And Haley Turman basically tackled her to the floor. So that'll be a foul on Haley Turman. And now 2 shots for Jayla Daniels. Actually, the first trip to the stripe for Jayla Daniels as well. Third foul for Haley Turman. So between Hash, Cara Bell-Lanier, as well as Haley Turman, 3 of Bluefield's really dependable forwards, all of them have 3 fouls. So now shooting 2, Jayla Daniels, wearing number 22 in that gold jersey, eyeing the rim. Big bend of the knees, her shot rattles off a kiss from the glass right through the nylon to make it 42-32. Kyra Jackson into the game. And now that brings in the senior from Bluefield, West Virginia. Second shot for Jayla Daniels goes through. 43 now to 32, an 11-point lead once again. Bluefield in foul trouble, already sending Montreat into the bonus with about 3.5 minutes remaining. That was 2 minutes ago, 1:30 remaining in the third quarter. Crockett storms in the lane, bounces right over to Jackson in the corner. Her pass over to Danae Cox, stolen away by Hicks, but she couldn't keep her momentum in bounds. Bluefield will have another chance at it right in front of their bench with an inbounds pass. Bailey Engel, happy to have you here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Pass in from Tyra Jackson near midcourt over to Hannah Preservati. 1:20 remaining. Crockett with a hard head fake in the left block. Pump fake, passes over to Danae Cox. Trying to find separation from a screen. Step back 3. Too short and a rebound for Williams going the other way. Long outlet tipped in the air by Preservati, but Preservati on the great defensive effort still just basically trucked Hicks into the court. So that's a foul on Preservati, her first. And that'll stop the clock at 1:05. Be a couple of shots for Hicks. Now the bounce for Hicks, her shot clunks around the rim and goes through the cup. 44-32. The Rams have trailed by as much as 13 in this game. Now as Hicks shoots with the right hand, makes it just that. 13-point lead for Montreat in what has really been a shocking turn of events here. The Rams trailing to one of the more struggling teams in the AAC. A minute remaining. Crockett for 3 from the left wing, nowhere near the basket. Followed her own shot, tipped the ball out of bounds off of Hannah Callaway. Not sure how Bluefield actually kept that one. Crockett followed her shot, chased the ball down, and then swatted it right off of the leg of Hannah Callaway. Crockett with an inbounds pass into Hannah Preservati with 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Preservati cuts down the lane, Euro step, scoops with the right arm, and does not score. Open look on the layup. Jayla Daniels able to haul it in for the board. So the shot clock on. Williams passes left corner out to Dillon. Good defense from Jackson. Off the screen, Dillon shoots from 17 and has nothing but nylon. 47 to now 32, a 15-point lead for Montreat. Danae Cox into the painted area, swings back out. Preservati looking at the rim, passes right. Cox. Dish down low to Tyra Jackson, spins towards the basket. Her hook shot no good. Bellinier on the rebound, pounces it in off the glass. Makes it 47 to 34. 5 seconds remaining. Here comes Hicks, straight down the lane, passes over to Callaway, shoots at the buzzer, no good, as it was actually tipped in the air by Preservati, but still a 13-point lead for Montreat as we head to the fourth quarter. Tough one for Bluefield, but still time to come back entering the final period of play at McAllister Gymnasium. Montreat confidently returning to the floor as the Rams trail 47 to 34, entering the final period of play. Pass inbounds to Hannah Preservati as the Rams go right to left here at McAllister Gymnasium in front of a crowd of about 30. Emily Hart zigzagging down the left block, feeds Bellinier, pops from the baseline, nowhere near it, but Emily Hart still hauled in the offensive board. She'll shoot from 3 feet and miss. Rebound jumping into the hands of Jayla Daniels. 9:40 remaining in the game as Sienna Hicks will take the ball up for Montreat. Rams hoping for a defensive stop that really has not been there, holding Montreat to 47 points. Can't get it done on the offensive end. Jayla Daniels bumps into the lane, but walked as her shot hit. So the shot will not count from the Montreat forward, and Bluefield will now have an inbounds pass from Kiera Bellinier. So Bellinier dishes into Hannah Preservati. Preservati with those 9 points in the first half. Did not score in the third quarter. Emily Hart going at the top of the key. She scored the game's first 4 points for Bluefield. Dart down low to Autumn Hash. Passes towards the free throw line. Carabelle Lanier misses the layup but draws a foul on Jayla Daniels, so it's going to be 2 shots for Bellinier. Good start for Bluefield trying to get to the stripe. And Bellinier is a player that did heat up at the free throw line in her last game against Points. And for Bellinier at the line this year, a 46% shooter. Shot with the left hand, bounces off the back iron, miss. So the Rams still trailing by 13, 47 to 34. Bend to the knees for Bellinier. Autumn Hash, the only rebounder for Bluefield. Second shot, bounces around straight into the hands of Jayla Daniels, and Bluefield missed them both. Still trailing by 13, Adrian Goodland looks to check in for the Rams. Ariana Williams, the star player for Montreat, starts to jog on the left side and retreat back out. Montreat has lost 5 of their last 6. Bill on the right wing, 10 to shoot for Montreat. Zips on the right side for Hicks, 7 to shoot. Hicks starts to dribble in, 5 to shoot now. Hicks starts to retreat out of the perimeter, has to shoot at the buzzer, misses. Rebound, Hannah Preservati after the layup refused to fall. Rams going fast in transition. Preservati realizing she has no lanes open and passes at the top of the key for Danae Cox. 8:30 remaining in the game. A whistle and a foul called on Montreat. That's going to be on Ariana Williams. First foul for rather Brown, that's going to be called on her, and his second foul of the period for Montreat. So if Bluefield can get the chances at the line, they have a better chance of getting back into this game as the inbounds pass is stolen away by Sienna Hicks. Towing down the baseline, bounce over to Ariana Williams, lost the ball on the layup, and now Bluefield, still with a good defensive stance on the other end, is not sure what happened in this game. They had won 3 games in a row before that 3-point loss to a good-ranked team in point, but now trail against Montreat. Hand off to Williams, into the lane, passes to Dillon. Shot from the elbow, no good. Rebound hauled in by Danae Cox. Towing down the far sideline for Bluefield. Rams have to score fast. Cox with the Euro step, shoots with the foul and drains the basket. So the and one made by Danae Cox, trying to heat back up, and this one makes it 47-36. Rams still trail by 11, trying to make it 10, courtesy Danae Cox. Completes the three-point play, and it is now 47-37. Going the other way, Ariana Williams. Towing into that zone defense for Bluefield. Danae Cox meets her at midcourt. Williams cuts down the left side, and a foul called on Bluefield as really the personal fouls are starting to rack up. Third foul for Danae Cox. Now the first team foul in the fourth quarter. What a prompt an inbounds pass over to Jayla Daniels, the main scorer for Montreat. Zigzagging her way down the lane, picks up her dribble and zips down low to Hicks. Towing in the lane, into a double team and hacked. Rather, a walk called right before that. So it looked like Autumn Hash actually fouled her. She already has 3, but instead a walk is called. 7:45 remaining in the game, 47-37. Bluefield providing another crucial stop, trying to cut it down to a single-digit lead here for the Rams. As Henner Preservati, chest pass on the right side. Danae Cox zips top of the key. Now Emily Hart with it on the left wing. Pass up top of the key. Preservati shoots from 3, bounces away, no good. Rebound for Callaway for Montreat. 7.5 minutes remaining. Pass over to Sierra Brown. Foot on the line, shoots from the left wing, nothing but net. Just called a 2. 49-37, and it's going to be a 12-point game. Now a whistle, and they're just trying to make sure that Jayla Daniels doesn't touch the ball after the basket is made. Kind of odd to stop the game like that. 7:20 remaining, though. It's still a 12-point lead for Montreat at 49-37. Rams need to come back. Preservati arcs on the right side. Today, Cox launches from downtown and misses from the right wing. Rebound snatched by Ariana Williams. Jogging on the left side, pass over to Sierra Brown, who hit that long range too. Didn't realize her foot was on the line. On the left wing, passes left side to Dillon. Her shot from long range hits from the left corner. Still just called a 2, though, as the referee asserts, and it is now 51-37. 14-point lead. Cross-court lob over to Hannah Preservati. A hard fake, passes top of the key to Danae Cox. Jogs in the lane, passes up top of the horn for Adrian Goodlett. Is darting the ball around. Over to Preservati. Shoots from the right wing. Rattles it home. Timeout called after the tray falls by Corey Mullins. 51-40, Rams trail by 11 with 6:32 remaining in the game. Right back on the hard court, Rams trail 51-40. It's an 11-point game as the Rams just hit a three from Hannah Preservati. Now it looks like Bluefield will line up in a full court press. Ariana Williams looking for someone to pass it into her, and Katie Dillon will do the honors for the gray and the gold here. Montreat College slaps the ball and swings it up top of the key over to Ariana Williams. Pass on the right wing over to Sierra Brown. Towing inside the perimeter. 6:24 remaining in this game. Three on the right side for Callaway falls. And that's just been the type of night for Bluefield. Anytime the Rams hit a three, it's almost mirrored with another triple on the other end for Montreat College. Pass on the left wing over to Crockett. Cross-court lob to Danae Cox. Into the lane she goes and goes back out. Returns inside the paint. Her shot no good, but a foul called right before the shooting effort. And to see if it's called on the shot, and it will be, or rather an inbounds pass. So Hannah Preservati will do the honors from the left side of the basket. 54-40, Rams trail by 14. Here's Cox, steps back the perimeter, shoots for a triple, misses, bouncing around the ball and picked up by Sierra Brown. 5:55 remaining. Well, Bluefield still struggling from beyond the arc, and defensively haven't been as great as Corey Mullins really wants them to be either. Montreat has found the open shots. Pass on the left side over for Hannah Callaway. Cross-court lob over to Jayla Daniels. Hard dart down low. Brown's layup no good and tipped. Here comes Hannah Preservati. Going coast to coast for Bluefield. Finds Autumn Hash. Left wing three. No good. Bouncing in the air. Emily Hart puts it on the deck and is fouled on her way up. So Emily Hart with an offensive board, and Bluefield will have two shots from their sophomore. Still trailing now 54-40. And a tough one for Bluefield in this one. Emily Hart with two shots so far on the year. Hart hits the first one. Now makes it 54-41. Hart, pretty decent free throw shooter at 65%. Not as good as Danae Cox, though, at 81%. But still missed a couple of foul shots in this one. Cuts it down to a 13-point lead, though. Hart shoots and scores, sinks both free throws, and makes it 54-42. Montreat College going left to right. Here's Ariana Williams stepping into the trap. Her pass stolen away by Crockett. Layup, no good, but she's fouled. As Corey Mullins claps onward from the far sideline, Bluefield will now have two free throws from the freshman. Oh, Crockett doesn't get a lot of chances from the charity stripe. This will just be her 8th free throw of the year, and she's 4 of 7 from the foul line in the 2017-2018 season. Well, make that 4 of 8. It's 54-42. Now a timeout called by Montreat. That'll stop the game here. 5:20 remaining. Bluefield with a chance. Corey Mullins with the energy on the sideline now, but the Rams still trying to come back in this one, down by 12. Rams return to the floor down by 12. It is 54-42. Dana Crockett missed the front end of her 2 free throws and now trying to make the second. She's just 4 of 8 from the foul line for the year. Her second shot goes. 54-43, the lead now cut down to 11 points. Mid-court press, going to a full-court press for Bluefield as Hannah Preservati is on Williams, trying to cut in for a steal. Williams shuffling down the far sideline, straight into the left wing. 5:10 remaining. Here's Dillon with her team on an 11-point lead. Starts to skate out near the right wing. Tipped away by Emily Hart near midcourt, nearly a backcourt violation as Brown picked the ball up. Now 10 to shoot. Off the screen, veers left. Preservati with the defense. Pass into Drake, tied up with Autumn Hash, and that's going to be a foul on the Bluefield senior. Her fourth, and just not the best time to pick up a fourth foul because the clock was already draining down to 3 seconds on that shot clock, and now it'll still be an inbounds, but with a fresh shot clock for Montreat. 4:50 remaining as Hicks takes the ball straight into the right elbow, underhands it over to Williams and passes back out to Drake. Sprinting down the left side, loose ball, Drake picked it up. Her pass tipped out of bounds and into the hands of the head coach, Tim Lewis, for Montreat. Bluefield with a crucial turnover right there, and with 4:42, they still have a chance here, down 54 to 43. Here comes Emily Hart zigzagging into the paint with her back towards the hoop. Passes right wing over to Danae Cox. Loose ball on the floor. Danae Cox corralled it on her knees. Underhands it over to Emily Hart with an open lane. Goes down in the paint. Passes out left wing over Tiana Crockett. Crockett backs up in the corner. Goes down the baseline. Bounce in the right block for Autumn Hash. Hook shot no good. Rebound for Camilla Drake. Tough one right there. 4-10. Bluefield down by 11 in this game. Montreat trying to ice this one. They've led by as much as 15. Ariana Williams in the left wing, pounced on defense by Crockett. Going towards the logo, picks up her dribble with a chest pass in the left wing over to Camilla Drake. Dart down low to Brown, layup off the glass and in. And Montreat now leads by 13. 56 to 43. Time running out for Bluefield. Emily Hart finds Hash on the baseline, who zips it back over to Crockett, working the ball around the perimeter. Shekinah Huggins in for the first time in this game as well. Pass into Emily Hart, pops from the right side and drills the long two. 56 to 45, 3:26 remaining. Here's Brown going down the near sideline, right to the hoop, going coast to coast and smacked out of bounds on a block by Autumn Hash. Well, the forward for Bluefield said not today. Preservati back into the game. Huggins taken off. A whistle and an inbounds. Dillon finds Camilla Drake, zips top of the key, loose ball, and that is going to be a turnover. Bluefield gets the ball back, down by just 11, 56 to 45. 3:14 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Rams now in crunch time as Hannah Preservati, the Bluefield guard, looking for some late heroics. Did it in the point game and only ended up being a 3-point Bluefield loss. Pass stolen away by Brown, going coast to coast for the layup, missed. Bluefield still looking for the rebound. They won't get it as Emily Hart bounced the ball off of Brown's knee. Tough pass for Autumn Hash up top to Hannah Preservati as the ball was just telegraphed by Sierra Brown and almost made the layup on the other end. Clock stopped at 3 minutes left to go, 56 to 45. Daniels back in the game for Montreat, and now Bluefield forced a foul with 2:57 remaining in the game as Preservati was draped off of Hicks. That's going to be the fourth foul on Bluefield. Going to try to send this team to the line. Hicks with a chest pass into Dillon, and she's fouled by Crockett right in front of the Montreat bench. Make that the fourth foul, actually. Crockett with her first. Now Bluefield trying to send Montreat to the stripe. Dillon feeds inside to Daniels. Hash will not foul. Daniels just keeping the ball in the left corner, puts it on the deck, going to Dillon, now going inside their perimeter. 20 to shoot. Here's Daniels on the left wing, feeds Dillon top of the key. Hash going up top with the defense. Her pass tipped in the air and hauled in by Brown near midcourt. 10 to shoot now for Montreat. Bluefield with the defense. Brown feeds Dillon, step back three. Air ball under the basket. Daniels trying to find someone to pass it to. Don't get the shot off in time, and Bluefield forces a shot clock violation with 2:25 remaining in the game. Still though, is it enough time for Bluefield to come back? 56-45, 2:24 remaining as Hannah Preservati jogs over midcourt, a lob to Crockett in the right wing. Crockett passes left. Preservati for three. Front rim no good. Rebound for Sienna Hicks, immediately fouled by Hannah Preservati, and that will send the Montreat guard to the line. Well, Hicks hasn't been that great from the free throw line today, so Bluefield still with a chance here. Now it looks like Hicks will have 2 shots. That's the 3rd foul on Hannah Preservati after the immediate foul. Well, just another day where Bluefield has struggled from beyond the arc. Hicks bends the knees, loops with the right hand, and scores. Makes it 57-45, a 12-point lead with 2:10 remaining. Rams in danger of losing their 2nd game in a row, and it just looks to be that way if the Rams aren't able to come up with any late game heroics here. Shot for Hicks, drills both free throws. 58-45, a 13-point climb. The Rams need to tie this one up. Emily Hart going down the right block, feeds Cloninger, shoots for 3, no good. Rebound, Preservati puts it on the deck, goes over the layup, and drains the basket with a foul. 58-47, Bluefield not done yet, trying to cut this one down to 10 points if Preservati can hit this shot here. Meanwhile, that foul actually called on Montreat's Sierra Brown, as the sophomore has now 2 fouls. Preservati shoots and drains the free throw. Makes it a 10-point game at 58-48. Kind of Huggins back into the game. Bluefield going with more of a defensive look here as Danae Cox and Preservati both go out onto the bench, and it looks like Goodlett will foul. So that's what Corey Mullins wants to do. He wants to bring out his bench reserve players to go out, get the fouls that sends Montreat to the line, as they will with Ariana Williams here. That foul called on Adrian Goodlett. So that'll be 2 shots for Ariana Williams, the junior guard. First free throw, bangs off the back iron, a miss. With 1:58 remaining, Hannah Preservati back into the game. Huggins on for just about 2 seconds. Cloninger will stay in the game. Looked like she was about to jog out. Danae Cox back in. Williams missed her first free throw. Now taking her time with the second. Falls with the right hand, misses them both as the ball bounces on the right side. Offensive board for Sienna Hicks. Feed into Williams and a lob in the right wing for Brown. Today Cox will immediately foul, and that's a tough break for Bluefield. That took 6 seconds off the clock. It's now 1:52 remaining in the game, and the Rams trailing by 10. This one really a shocker for Bluefield, and Corey Mullins said that really Montreat not one of the more talented teams in the AAC, but they play tough, and they certainly have in their own gym. Brown hits the first free throw. Meanwhile, that's the 4th foul on Danae Cox. Now the score at 59-48, an 11-point deficit with just 1:52 remaining. Second shot bounces off the back iron. Rebound for Jayla Daniels. A couple of offensive boards might ice this one for the Cavaliers. Well, Tim Lewis comes in and gives a fist bump to Jayla Daniels. Bluefield with a foul sends Brown back to the line. 3rd one for Emily Hart, who had 2 fouls in the first quarter. There's Brown again, shooting with a right hand and drains the free throw to make it 60-48. The Rams have cut it down to 58-48, and now a 13-point game as Brown hits both free throws. 61-48. Rams going across midcourt. Preservati with an open lane. Euro step, scoop of the right hand, and another missed layup. So a rebound for Emily Hart going towards the lane. Shoots the floater and bounces the ball through the nylon to give Bluefield 50 points in this one. 61-50. Here's Hicks with an open lane down the right side of the court. Going into the corner and fouled by Hannah Preservati. With 1:26, that will bring Hicks to the line again. Well, Hicks, her last trip, missed 1 of 2. That's the 4th foul on Hannah Preservati. Stops the clock at 1:26. 61-50. And now Bluefield looking for something to go as the first shot falls for Montreat Sienna Hicks. This might wrap this one up, folks. 62-50. Just 1:26 remaining as Hicks shoots and follows through. 63-50. Rams trail by 13. Emily Hart Darts it over to Tiana Crockett in the left wing. Enters inside the perimeter. Retreats back out. Hart from pro length. Misses the tray. Rebound for Daniels. Finds an open Ariana Williams, and she's immediately fouled by Tiana Crockett right on that Montreat College logo. So Montreat with a bit of an upset here. They're able to wrap this one up as it looks to be that way, leading by 13 with just 1:13 left to go. It'll be Ariana Williams towards the foul line. Again, she missed both her last time. Now shoots the first. This time just tickles the twine at 64-60, or 64-50 rather. Now a whole new fresh group of players brought in for Bluefield, including Brittany Holman, Kiera Bellanier, Tyra Jackson, as well as Shekinah Huggins, joined by Tiana Scott for Bluefield. Likely not to foul here. The Rams with a tough pill to swallow in this game. Second shot for Williams, rattles home, 65-50. 15-point lead for Montreat in a game where Bluefield just couldn't find the shots to fall. Defensively, they were tested as Montreat really was able to feed inside to Jayla Daniels. Pass in for Holman. Bluefield just getting the ball around in the backcourt. Rams going to fall to 10-9 and 7-7 in the AAC. Holman into the paint, shoots the floater, and rattles it through the nylon. 65-52, a 13-point lead for Montreat. Rams not fouling, under a minute left to go now, with 53 seconds left to go on the game clock. Williams backing her way into the left wing. Defense provided by Jackson. Pass in the corner. New players in now. Lanny Page in for Montreat. A pass on the right corner for Hicks. 10 to shoot. Bluefield with the defense, courtesy Jackson. Here's Page in the right block, lobs it into Brown. Kiss off the glass, yes. With 32 seconds left to go in the game, Bluefield trails 67-52. Here comes Huggins, a bounce in the right block, picked away by Williams. Bluefield with just lackadaisical defense. Shot clock off, and it looks like Montreat will just hold this one. Montreat College now winners of 2 in a row, improving to 6-15 and 5-11 in the AAC. 2 straight wins right here inside McAllister Gymnasium. And Corey Mullen said this is a tough place to play because you feel like the crowd is right on top of you, and that will do it. 67-52, tough one for the Rams as they now have lost 2 games in a row. Well, Corey Mullins and his team will have to digest this one as they play their next game on Wednesday against a tough Bryan College team at 5:30 at the Dome. But stick around, folks. We got more basketball here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Rams men taking on the Montreat Cavaliers in just about half an hour here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. But for the women's game, final score is 67-52. Cavaliers shock the Rams.